works for you.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Jazzy and welcome back to another episode of Dirty Bomb. So as we all know, Dirty Bomb has been out for almost a year now as an open beta on the platform Steam. So what have they done in that year? Well, let's talk about that in this video. So being in an open beta for a whole year is actually quite long, but they have done quite a lot of stuff which you might already forget or maybe take it for granted right now, but they have added quite a lot of stuff and the game is definitely a lot better than it was a year ago. Now before you guys start, I can actually forget some things. I don't know. I think I have most of the important stuff. Also, I am aware that the game was in closed beta before this and even in an alpha before that. So the game has been worked on and out to play for you guys for quite a while now. Also, the fact that this game is still in an open beta, for me at least, is kind of ridiculous. Total Biscuit said it in his WTF video of Dirty Bomb. When a game has an in-game store where you can purchase stuff with real life money, the game is not a beta. It's a full release. The game is just open beta for the sake of being in beta, and they have an excuse in case they fuck up something or just anything that isn't finished. You can say it's an open beta. I think this game should definitely be just a release title, at least at this point, because they have done quite a lot of stuff, and let's talk about that right now. So a year is quite a long time, but they have done some amazing stuff. So let's start, and this is not in like chronological order of anything. This is just how it came into mind with me. So of course we have the 2nd edition cards. I know that's really recent, but that is probably the biggest things they have done in this year, meaning that they got rid of most of the really useless cards and basically made all of the useless augments. They got rid of them and replaced them with better ones, or just of some of the more used ones, meaning that most of the cards are actually viable to use, especially in the future when trading will become a thing. That's definitely good, because some cards would have been absolutely useless and probably just absolute crap and you couldn't sell them, and that's for trading up or trading in, of course. Now trading in is of course another thing. They have added that wasn't in the game when it actually got released. Trading in, of course, you can put some cards of the same value and give an extra little credit fee and you get the same card of the same value. So for instance, I believe 2 cobalts and 20,000 credits gives you 1 cobalt for not the same merc, I believe, because they changed that. When they implemented the system, it was 3 cards. I think this is an absolutely rip-off system. I personally never will do it, but it is cool because you can actually do something with your useless cobalts. Unfortunately, of course, cobalts are extremely rare, so it is really expensive to do this. Now then we have 3 major events, maybe 4 if you count the current events, like the Up Your Arsenal event, and also the Case of Day May is actually also quite nice. But we have had the Containment War update event, the What the Dickens event, and of course the Rogue on Vogue, which was definitely the biggest and most unique and well thought after. Well, some things weren't that amazing. So of course we also had a number of small events. We had the spring cleanup, we have some free elite weekends, we've had those. We also had some compensations because of updates and those took longer than expected. Double, triple credit weekends, we have had those. We have prototype weekends, which is always a lot of fun. Also the Lucky Golden Pot with the St. Patrick's Day was a nice mini event. So a lot of small events that we might forget, but they are definitely cool and I hope they will do that more in the future. So also they introduced ranked seasons. Of course, right now we are in our 2nd ranked season. We have had the pre-season. Also the current season has been going on for at least 2.5 months, I believe. So I hope they actually kind of ended soon. They haven't given like specific dates, and I think this is more like also a mini beta within the game to see how it works and how people will react to it. They have improved it quite a lot, of course, now with the trinkets. Also the better search times, better locations if you live in Asia, I believe, and Australia. So all in all, I think ranked is definitely really cool that they have implemented that, but it definitely takes a lot more work. Now then, the Humble Bundle, which was I believe 3-4 months ago. Really cool idea. You could of course get the Steam Ultimate Starter Pack for just a single $1, and most of that money actually went to charity. Really cool. Of course, you could also buy for $12 the Humble Bundle Pack, which gave you 7 guaranteed cards, which are basically the same for everybody, and then you get also 1 case that gives you a random card card for a merc. Not all mercs were included, or not all cards I should say, so when trading comes out and those cards are available for trading, not all of the actual loadouts are available in Humble Bundle, which is kind of a shame, but I think that event, or well, it was actually kind of a mini event, was actually really cool. I definitely hope they will do more of that stuff, especially because it was for charity, like I said. Really cool, and I think actually the skins look also really sick. Unfortunately, not all of the loadout cards are that great, so you don't really see many people using them because they're honestly not too great. Now some more extra special cards which everybody has and most of the people don't use, but that's really cool. The Alienware and Logitech cases, of course, we saw those way back, almost when the game came out on the open beta, of course. Really sick skins. Unfortunately, also not the greatest augments and not the greatest cards. Really cool, and I hope they will do more of these if they team up with other companies, kind of as promotional. They were free, of course, for quite a long time actually. Really cool idea, and I think that's definitely something that they should be doing more often. Now then, another thing which is actually quite reasonable is the Arsenal crates, which of course is huge, because before we got only a single equipment case when you leveled up. Now you're getting an Arsenal crate which can contain all kinds of stuff: boosters, elite cases, expert cases, bundles of regular cases. Just really cool idea. And of course now with the Up Your Arsenal event, you can actually get those as a replacement of your current equipment cases. So also with the introduction of the Arsenal crates, we got more boosters. I believe the 1 hour, 3 hour and 12 hour boosters are new, or the 6 hour I should say actually, I believe. I don't know. Still I think boosters aren't worth your money. Now another thing is that they added the expert cases. So before we only had the elite case, and I say elite case because A and B wasn't a thing. Of course with the addition of all those mercs, they needed to split up the cases because otherwise the chance of getting a nice card for your specific merc was just way too small. So they added in the expert cases A, B and C, a little bit cheaper, less chance of getting high cards, and also you have a big chance of bronze, which aren't in the elite cases. And they also split up the elite cases in A and B, so giving you a little bit more chance to get actually the merc you want. They also added in the trinkets, which is absolutely awesome. I think that's really a thing they can make of a lot of money in the future with being fair and also not being pay to win. I think trinkets are a really cool idea, and I hope they will implement more trinkets, because right now of course we have all kinds of seasonal trinkets. We have, I believe, only 4 trinkets that you could actually buy with money, 3 in the What the Dickens event and 1 in the Rogue and Vogue. The rest is all free founder trinkets, ranked trinkets, and of course things that you need to actually play the game for during the What the Dickens. And now the Rogue and Vogue you need to log in. And also a small thing is that you could change the in-game names, the CDA and the Jackals. They kind of changed it, made it a little bit more look better. Of course the Eagle changed. It used to be like really white, and now it has some more darkish grayish colors on it with some graffiti. Really cool, just small things. Also the in-game weapon inspect, absolutely awesome. They implemented that also quite a long time back, but this is really cool. Now they have also had a number of sound updates. Of course the latest one was the reverb sound system, I believe, which added in a lot of echoes, especially on Underground. You can really hear the difference. I think it's really cool they keep working on it. So also we have new maps, and I say maps, but actually it's just one map, unfortunately. Of course we have Dome, which isn't a fan favorite. I like it, but most of the people don't really like it because it is so big. And we also had Market and Overground for Execution, which is of course the new game mode, and this really sucks because just one new map for the main game mode, that is Objective and Stop, which is basically the same, in 1 year is that's just bullshit. That's really bad, and they really should focus more on making more maps. Also a small thing is pretty much when the game came out or came to be in open beta, they introduced Steam trading cards, not unfortunately loadout cards, but just the Steam trading cards that you can make into badges and sell for a couple cents that you get whenever you spend money. So yay, that's a thing. What is really interesting is of course the introduction of 6 new mercs in total. So we have seen Sparks, Red Eye, Thunder, Stoker, Phantom and Amy, of course with the Rogue and Vogue. So yeah, a lot of new mercs, and that is also partially why they had to implement the new case system, because otherwise of course, like I said, the chance of getting your merc is just way too small. So some really nice mercs, and I think those are definitely spice up the game. In total we have, I believe, 19 mercs now, and of course we have Turtle and Javelin coming. At least we know those are coming, so and we might see even more mercs in the future. I think they really should focus, like I said, on the maps. I think we have plenty of mercs. Also the merc variety is quite good in my opinion, and I think we have now 4 of each, at least if they release the two new mercs. And then some other small things. We have of course had tons of balance updates, bug fixes and small small updates, and we shouldn't forget those because those take a lot of time and they definitely make the game a lot better. Of course, the balance update, some mercs have been absolutely nerfed to shit, others have gotten so many buffs that they are actually really useful. Sniping has become, I think, a lot more difficult. Of course, you can't jump shot anymore, and the insta-gib is gone, which I think is really sucks for me at least, because I snipe a lot. So now, on a small event, we of course had seen the free Phoenix with, I believe, the Containment War update, which was really cool. If you already owned Phoenix, you got an Obsidian card and I believe 2 elite cases as well. So really cool. Unfortunately, of course, everybody got the Obsidian Phoenix and it was just one card, so it isn't really rare, and it wasn't that great of a card anyways with the augments. And of course, now with the second generation of cards, even less people will use it. Maybe in the future we'll see a way where you can transvert your Gen 1 cards to Gen 2. We don't know. Would be quite nice. Also, a quite recent thing is the Steam achievements. Currently there are 18 achievements, really easy to get. Also, we have had a in-depth profile stat page in the game that wasn't in there, where you can see all of the things, all of the weapons, all of the mercs, everything. And that was the retroactive, so that was a huge deal because of course a lot of people, including myself, had played a ton of hours before the update, and it would have sucked if that progress wouldn't kept track of, but it is, and you can now actually see all of the things. Of course, you don't have the minigun, revive gun, naders, like grenade launcher thing, the revive pedals, all that shit isn't in the game yet, or not the stats at least. I hope they will add that. Hopefully it will be retroactive as well. Now we have also seen a small change in the badges. They've kind of changed that. Of course, also now you can see all of your badges, which is really cool, and that again was retroactive. Now one more small thing is that they added a better description for your loadout cards. Before you couldn't see the name, or you could actually only see the name, but now it actually says what gen it is, if it is a special edition card, and even type of skin it is, so shard, fragment, Swiss, bamboo, all that shit. Really cool, and when trading comes out, that will be definitely really useful. Another thing is, which I personally haven't used, but I know some people have, is the alpha, the custom game matches, basically. That is of course now in alpha. It is really cool. Hopefully a lot of people really want to see custom servers, just where you can buy or rent servers and have host custom game, custom rule sets, all that stuff would be really cool, and also a nice way to support the game by spending a little bit of money on those servers. And then the final thing is, with the introduction of execution, we saw the new HUD layout where the icons of the players are on top of the screen rather than on the side. You can now switch that with the recent updates. You can now we have an option to switch it back to the classic thing, which a lot of people do like better because that is only for your team. You can see actually the names, and it's just a little bit bigger, especially for medics. So basically that's all the stuff, at least the major stuff they've added in. If you read it like this, that's actually quite a lot. Unfortunately, like I said, just one new map for the main game mode, that is actually, that's really pathetic. I mean, we are now at 6 maps. Honestly, I really hope they will introduce new maps. They are working on Dockyard and Gallery, I believe, or Shipyard, I don't know. Always mix those two up. So those will hopefully be released quite soon. With having that said, what is the thing you are most interested in seeing implemented? Is it new maps? Is it the trade system, which of course a lot of people are really interested in, including myself of course, or is it something else that you really like? Oh, they have to add that in, and then the game will be absolutely awesome. Just let me know what's your most anticipated feature they want to need to go and add it in. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.